Two of the Seahawks' 25 most intriguing players.
Number 20.
I don't know whether we're going to see number 20. Seriously. He's not the first guy or the only guy on this list that may not get a ton of run this year. But if everything goes according to plan, we're not going to be seeing Sam Howell. And yet, he's got to be on this list because they traded for him in the offseason and decided that he was worthy of their time and their resources, their assets, and also built him up by saying, hey, if he were in this year's draft, we think he would have been right there with all these other guys. So Sam Howell is intriguing, right? I don't know if he's going to play.
Is he the most talented backup on paper, on the practice field, this regime has had in 15 years? Backup QB.
Yes.
I mean, Geno Smith should have been, could have been, would have been a first-round pick. He was the top of the second round when the Jets took him. And then obviously, bounced around a bunch of different places. But from just a pure talent standpoint, and we've heard a lot of people now say it, from Dave Canales to Ryan Fitzmagic, that, hey, man, Geno throws a ball. Whew.
All right, so maybe it was Geno.
But it's close. It's one of those two, right? Nobody else.
It certainly wasn't Paxton Lynch.
Certainly wasn't Charlie Whitehurst, although good-looking guy. T-Jack, yeah. Just from a talent, man. And you saw it when you were out there at OTAs. We all saw it. The guy can spin a football now.
He can't spin a football, honestly, as well as Drew Lock.
He can't?
No. Not that I saw. I mean, I only saw a little of it. Drew Lock could throw the hell out of the ball. You told me about it like every day.
Yeah, but not
he just made a lot of really bad
accurately.
decisions with the ball.
The anticipation and the accuracy. Okay, that's probably fair.
I saw him, a day that you weren't out there, I saw him throw the needle on some throws to Aesop Winston Jr.
I mean, Sam can spin a football. You're right. If you're probably splitting hairs, and Drew a little bit more fluid, a little bit bigger. So, yeah, probably Drew would be another great comp, second-round pick. Sam fell in the draft like a fifth round. Sam fell because, well, like yours truly, who was projected to be a first-rounder and slid to the third. Mm-hmm. Sam was projected to be a first and slid to the fifth because fundamentals got sloppy, ball handling got sloppy, right? Just didn't elevate, a lot of young people around him, and really tumbled in a draft where he was Salk coming out of high school, starting as a freshman, shattering records first couple years at Carolina. Seriously, go back to the drafts at this time, like in April and May leading into his last year. He was projected to be absolutely a franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't happen.
And then he goes to Washington, and he gets to play a lot, probably well before he's supposed to. So, look, the story on Sam Howell, I think, is in some ways written, but in other ways very much unwritten. The question is, will he have a chance to start writing again and pick it up where he left off, or will Geno just cement this job? It's hard for me to imagine Geno's going to make it through 17 games without missing any. Mm-hmm. Just at his age and just the numbers on quarterbacks in general, nothing to do with him. It's hard for me to imagine that and with this offensive line, that, as you said, Warren Sharp ranked 28th. It's hard for me to see how he's going to go an entire season and be healthy. So I think we will at some point see Sam Howell. The question is, what is he able to do with it while he's there? And does he have a legitimate chance to Wally Pipp somebody if he plays well in those moments?
Sam Howell would be picture perfect for the late, great John Clayton, the professor, who would tell you that, man, if you can have a great backup for 3 or 4 games, right, where you wouldn't, you almost be excited, like, this is awesome. Like, he can bring some things to the table here, and he can move around, and he can create, and he can run, and he's scrappy, and, man, eliminate some of those decisions. And the guy, I mean, we watched it. We watched him there against the Seahawks, a bad Seahawks defense, but we watched him 300 yards and run around and create and make plays on third down and be a difference maker. Like, he's exactly, I think, what you would want. If, you script out hey, this guy could have to play 3 or 4 games for us. Are we good? Yes. Yeah, we're really good with that. In fact, Salk, I'm confident, very confident. I know this firsthand. There were 4 other teams that really wanted to trade for Sam Howell too.
But is he a starting quarterback, or is he a win 3, lose 3 backup? And I think that's where the intriguing conversation comes. Brock, right now today, with the obvious caveat that you're going to get to change your mind as you get more information, do you think Sam Howell could be a good starting quarterback in the NFL?
I think he could be a good starting quarterback. You need personnel around him. He's one of those that would fit into that tier. Put the right personnel around him, the right scheme around him. He wanted to come here. He had multiple trade opportunities. He and his agent had multiple trade opportunities. Washington, because he was a good soldier who took an absolute beating and a dumpster fire around him, they treated him well and let him pick where they wanted to go because it was pretty equal trade value amongst these teams. And he wanted to come here to play around this cast in this spread system with a college coordinator. So, no, I'm confident to say he could be a good starting quarterback. Could he be elite? Is he a top 5? Is it, hey, man, it doesn't matter the cast around him? No. I don't think I could put him in that kind of boat.
Well, here he is, the number 20 most intriguing Seahawks, Sam Howell, number 20 on our list. We're going through that every day at 9 o'clock leading up to the Seahawks' first preseason game.